Hello, very good dear subscribers, and welcome to a new video on the channel. Today we have the special monthly video reviewing my portfolio starting from €0 with you. Get ready to discover my pick in July. As always, first I would like to analyze a little about the evolution of the YouTube channel and how I see it in a couple of months. As you can see, the evolution during this last month has been negative since we grew less than I expected in the daily number of visits, and we have experienced a high decrease in daily new subscribers and visits, due to my inactivity only uploading 2 videos this month. As a result, this month we have not reached the goal of reaching 4,000 subscribers. So for this month the goal will be to reach 4,000 subscribers. Do you think we will make it? The evolution of the investment made last month has been so positive, as it has grown more than 10%, and in overall the portfolio also has performed in a good way with almost 2% upside. Texas Roadhouse is the worst performer this month with over 5% decrease, while the best performer is Nike with more than 20% upside during this month. Additionally, more good news is that during this month we have received 7 dividend payments. Specifically €2.50 of NextEra Energy, €4.03 from Hershey, €5.54 from Tro Price, 3 cents special dividend from Iberdrola, €1.08 from Google, 39 cents from Meta Platforms and 87 cents from Visa. That makes a total of €22.81 because I received 2 more dividends from companies that we will see in the next months. This month I will add a company that I don't have in my portfolio in order to increase my diversification, and in this case is one company that I am transferring from another portfolio, one financial company that during the month of April was cheap around $100. That is why this month I am going to only analyze one company, the well-known Morgan Stanley. Let's start by checking the dividend safety. During the 5 years that I am analyzing, it is very inconsistent, but for 2025 they reach a ratio below 50%, indicating that they continue reinvesting the money. Checking the dividend growth during the last decade, Morgan Stanley has increased its dividend by around 25% annually. However, in the last 5 years this growth has been more modest, below 7.5%. Regarding dividend yield, currently Morgan Stanley is close to the median of the last year dividend yield value, around 2.8%. However, I made the purchase in April when the dividend yield was close to the 4%. Continuing with the evolution of the revenue and earnings, this one has been so positive during the last few years, growing at around 10% compound annual growth rate since 2018. Now, if we look at the evolution of free cash flow over the last 5 years, here we have a problem because usually the banking sector companies have a negative free cash flow, so this metric is not so representative. As I mentioned in my previous videos, I want to make investments in companies that make buybacks. In this case, Morgan has a clear buyback program since 2021, reducing them by around 2.85% since then, and it is to be mentioned that during 2025 they spent around $5 billion in buybacks. The price/earnings ratio is a good indicator to check whether a company is undervalued or overvalued, in addition to our fair value analysis. Morgan is above the 5-year average price-to-earnings ratio because there has been a multiple expansion since 2022 and more attractive interest rates for banks. But during the month of April it was between 12 and 10 due to tariffs concerns. Once most of the important metrics have been analyzed, then this month we enter the interactive broker and carry out the operation, looking for the MS ticker. Remember that I will always try to make a purchase in order to have a commission less than 1%. And here in Interactive the commissions are 35 cents per trade. During the month of April I made one Morgan Stanley trade at $115.38. So, I invested in 5 shares, representing a total investment of almost $576.90 and a commission of 35 cents, which means a commission of 0.1%. With this broker, we're reducing the commission slightly, and in the long run, we'll see the difference. Well, we go on to write down the purchases made in our Google spreadsheet. So I put the date on which I made each purchase, Morgan Stanley's ticker, and finally I need to look at the euro to US dollar exchange rate because its price is in dollars and I want to reference my investment in my local currency. As you can see, It gives me a total of €507.04, adding the 31 cents fee. Now let's move to the position sheet and placing the ticker in the first column. It automatically adds the number of shares and the average price per share. We add the financial sector reference in the column, and as you can see, we have almost 20% upside in 2 months. Additionally, this investment will allow us to reinvest 0.14 shares annually via dividends. As we are already in the month of July, I will move on to the monthly value sheet, and in the month of July 2025 we will write the €17,881.99 that our investments are worth in the market. This month the portfolio made an upside of 1.29%, which is less than the 4.96% that S&P 500 has obtained in the same time period. So this month we underperformed the market again, but I am making a mistake in this comparison because I am not taking into account the depreciation of the dollar against the euro and the S&P 500 values. I will try to fix it for the next month in order to make a fair comparison. This has been all for today, dear investors. A pleasure, as always, to receive your great support. Remember that these videos are not investment recommendations, and it is necessary for each of you to do your own analysis and consult a financial expert if necessary. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and activate the bell so you don't miss any of my interesting videos. Thank you for watching the video, and tell me through the comments what you think my portfolio will look like next month. Until next time.